Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be talking about the Call of Duty 2020 or Black Ops 5. And I'm sorry if I pause and go for a while. I'd say the first thing that needs to be done is fix perks. Don't bring back the old system. It's that simple. I'd say all you gotta do really is make exclusive perks on each map again, like you were doing in BO2, where there was Who's Who, Vulture, Electric Cherry. Like, bring those. You don't need to bring those exact perks back, but I'd say make perks like those. Like, come up with new perks. Be original, which I know Treyarch can do because they're the most original game developers I think I've seen. They do a lot well, especially with zombies. Next up, with the perk system, after making just exclusive perks on each maps. Oh wait, and another thing I want to say is make Easter eggs, like small little Easter eggs. So let's say on Nocturne and Toad you're only allowed to carry 4 perks or something like that. But you can find randomly hidden perk bottles. Like maybe there's one sitting up there, and if I shoot it, well, let's say the map has pack-a-punch. If I shoot it with a pack-a-punch weapon, it starts a little Easter egg thing where I gotta go shoot the hidden perk bottles to the pack-a-punch weapon. If I shoot those perk bottles, those machines will appear somewhere on the map, or those perks will now be available in the Wonder Fizz machine, so I can roll the Wonder Fizz and I can get those perks. So that'd be my thing for perks. You can get more than 4 perks on some maps, you know what I'm saying? Well, I think you should do that on most maps, but that's just an idea. I don't know how to get. I've seen people get more than 4 perks on this map, which is weird. I don't know how to do it. I don't know if it was because they were playing a different version of this, but I don't know. I guess you can only carry 4 perks. Is there like a perk bottle I gotta shoot? No, probably not. So that would be my solution for perks. Next up, I want to talk about HUD. HUD is a big part, so let's just go quickly over the HUD. I'd say basically take BO3's HUD. Nobody has an issue with repeating HUDs. Like, why not keep it the way it is? There's no point in changing the HUD every game. Like, you can do what BO2 did and change the HUD based on the map you play, but like overall it's the same layout. So I think basically take BO2/BO3 HUD and put them together. Next up, for weapons, I would like to see the weapons most loved by the community just returned. So bring back guns like this, the HVK-30. I like this gun. Bring back the whole customization thing, and when you can change like the colors of this gun, and you can add add-ons based on what level the gun's at because of how much you've used it. Definitely make good wonder weapons. I'd say come back with some wonder weapons that are really good. Another thing I'd like to see a bunch of BO2 maps remastered. There's no remasters for BO2 maps, which is kind of sad to see, other than Origins. But Origins is remastered, and it's remastered on new gen, on the next gen consoles, but at the same time it was practically a next gen map anyway, so there's really no point in remastering Origins again. They've already remastered Mob of the Dead, and I'd say give that map a break. Don't remaster Mob of the Dead, but if you do a faithful remaster, literally take everything from Mob of the Dead and make it the same, except maybe add like a Wonder Fizz machine at most, or maybe a new perk. That's it. But I would say bring back remaster Transit, not a faithful remaster. Like, make some big changes. I'd say keep the bus. You can keep the bus. Get rid of the fog. Make the bus actually useful. Make it substantially faster and safer than running through the fog. Don't keep denizens in the game. You don't need denizens, but I could see a way where you could put. I guess you can kind of keep the fog, but a light fog, like not like a super. Like, just so you know when you're running through it, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're running from spot to spot. You can put, like, a light mist, I'd say. So when you run through it, you can see pretty well, but not, like, perfectly clear. I don't know how to really explain that, but some of you might understand what I'm saying. Like, a mist like this. Like, you see that? Yeah. So I'd say add that, make that the fog for transit, pretty much. Because I didn't love the fog, but you kind of need to keep it, because that's a vital part of the whole using the bus thing. Because if there's no fog, there's no point in the bus. I'd say kind of reduce the lava a little bit. What else for transit? Add better guns. Bring back town, but put wall guns or a box location. Make Pack-a-Punch better. Stuff like that. Just remaster it, make it a better map. Die Rise, same thing there. Maybe do a really crazy remaster. What I would want to see is maybe make the map. I don't have much ideas for Die Rise, but I know they can come up with a creative way to. Why is this guy sprinting so fast? Okay, I'm sick of that guy already. But maybe find a way to add something new to Die Rise, like the verticality. You got to keep the verticality because that's pretty much the reason Die Rise is Die Rise. Is the verticality of the map. Maybe add a new section to the map, but don't make it like. Don't change the game, like, you know what I mean? Don't do a huge section like what Blood or the Dead did. That sucked, the whole new section. What else? Get rid of specialists, okay? Even in BO3, the specialists aren't bad, but I hate specialists anyway. I think it just isn't zombies, so don't do specialists in this game. That's all I gotta say. Stop with specialists. I want that max ammo. I hate specialists. There's no point in bringing those back. I think bring back more quest items, like the staffs or the bows. Don't make every map so confusing, man. Like every map in BO4 was big. There's no casual maps. Just let there be a casual map. Maybe a map where you just spin the box to get the wonder weapon. Or maybe it's a pretty easy buildable, like you just find parts like you did for the Sliquifier. I'd say if you're gonna remaster Transit, literally remaster it. But if you bring back, sorry I can't speak. If you bring back the jet gun, make it like crazy good. I want to see the jet gun return, but a lot better, like almost a paralyzer level weapon, just crazy powerful, because I think a lot of people would like that if you brought back a good wonder weapon and put it on Transit, because that's probably the reason a lot of people aren't playing Transit. Oh, see, there we go, we just got a specialist. That's what I don't like. Don't bring those back. What else? Obvious, as I said, make maps simpler. Like don't go and make a map super confusing. Like I like BO2 survival maps. I like BO3 the Giant. That's an easier map to play. I'm trying to get a ray gun right now. What else? Obviously remaster Buried in those maps. I love those maps so much. Those are great maps. Even though alright, they're not great maps objectively, but in my opinion, I love those maps. Even though I hate Die Rise, I want to see it come back, and I want to see them make it better. So that's what I do for maps. And then storyline-wise, you're going to have to bring back new characters, because Ultimus is done. Victus, I'm pretty sure, is done. But I think you could find a way to bring back some old characters while not getting really backlash from the community of unoriginality. Don't bring back Ultimus, okay? Just don't bring back Ultimus. Trust me, we love Ultimus, everybody does, but bringing it back would be beating a dead horse. Like, you've ended the Ultimus storyline twice now, and if you bring them back, you're gonna have to end it a third time, and I think you need to find something that actually works. So I'm gonna need people to stop complaining about new characters. So that's why I say bring back loved characters. What characters, you might ask? My plan would be bring back Sal DeLuca from Mob of the Dead. Bring back Nero from that's his name, right? Nero, the magician from Shadows of Evil, and bring back Russman from the Victus storyline. I like Russman. Russman's a cool guy. I'd say the way this storyline would work is they start out and they find themselves all in a new timeline after Ultimus has saved the day, and these three people all find themselves in a new timeline and during the events of the new game. And what would happen is a certain person is right now surviving a zombie outbreak, and that character will have to figure out, but I'd say make him how would I put this? I don't know, but make him a good character. Don't bring back like the ether and the apothecon stuff, but basically have this guy like be some sort of history guy, and apparently it's written in like ancient history about Ultimus and the Great War. So he goes and he's like, I need to find these people that have dealt with zombies before to help me with this outbreak and the evils. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna go and he's gonna find Russman, who is drawn on the ancient tablets, stuff like that. Have that introduce the storyline. He goes and he finds Russman. He goes and he finds Sal DeLuca because of the Mob of the Dead Purgatory. He reads about that and how the island of whatever it's called, Alcatraz Island, gets shut down. So I'd love to see that happen. So do that. He meets the three people. He meets Nero because he goes to Morgue City. And what I'd like to see is maybe a map like Revelations almost, where you go and you find the four characters. So maybe you have teleporters in each area and you get teleported to a new area, and each area is a remaster or something from their old map. So I'd say for Sal, since I don't want to see Mob of the Dead remastered again because they remastered Blood in the last game. For Sal, I'd want to see them go maybe to the Golden Gate Bridge. Have a map based in San Francisco from when the Purgatory ends and they have to fight zombies there because they still keep coming. The Purgatory's not over. Find some sort of place in San Francisco to make a skyscraper map. You remaster Die Rise, but not in the same way. It's a new version of Die Rise. It's not a faithful remaster. It's an ode to Die Rise. And you could figure out a name for it. I have no clue what you'd name this map. Maybe you could name it Live Rise. That's a stupid name, no. But you get what I'm saying. It's a skyscraper map, and you can take some places and take them and make them look just like Die Rise, or have it be a section of the map that is an ode to Die Rise, like the exact same area, like the rooftop. Maybe make the rooftop, but instead of a dragon there, make something else up there. Make a cool scene. I'd say the next thing to do would be to make for Nero, you could remaster Shadows. I don't know if that's what I'd do though. I think what we would do for Shadows is, how do I explain this? Make another city map, kinda like Shadows. So when you're done at the Ode to Die Rise map for Sal in San Francisco, they have to go and they find Nero, and he's now in New York. He's no longer in Chicago, aka Morgue City. He's in New York now, and he's a big time magician. And so you go to his performing area, and you go, and on his stage, he's famous, so he owns this huge basically this performing area for his magician stuff, and he's rich. And now you see him, and he's living his new life, and he doesn't want to join the team, but he does. And you go and play on that map, and there's like a stage section you could make. You could make a city section where you can go outside into New York, maybe run down the street a little bit, stuff like that. You could add some new perks. I don't know what perk you could add. I'd have to think about that. Maybe a magician-themed perk. That could work like a Vulture Aid style thing, where it's like 3 little things that you can do with it. I'd say like maybe make it Magician's Mocha, something like that. I don't know, some sort of name like that. So make that. Make a perk. That's the exclusive perk for that map. There you go. Bam, you got yourself an exclusive perk on that map. And it's just based off the Magician. So, and I think you could make pretty much the Hell's Retriever again, which that's, yes, unoriginal, but you could find a way to get around that by maybe adding a new way of getting it or achieving it, and make it the Magician's Throwing Knife. So you can throw it and it'll go through zombies like the Hell's Retriever kinda, and maybe add a new ability, or maybe change the way they work, but it'd be something like that. And so there you go, you got an item, like a wonder weapon almost, and from there maybe you could find some sort of like a magic card. I don't know, you could find a way to make a wonder weapon on that map, and you could have that cool, like, not specialist but tactical, like you have in Mobley Down. So there you go with those 2. Oh, I'm down. Shit, the thunder gun out. But there are your ideas for that map. Make it like Shadows, almost with the same environment of like the city, but you also get to go indoors and see his new stage area for Nero, because he gets famous and goes and moves to New York instead of staying in Morgue City because his experiences with the zombies. So that's my plan for Nero. And then for Russman, you go to Transit Remastered. That's what's going to happen there. Welcome to Transit Remastered. So now you have an Ode to Dire Eyes, you have a Transit Remaster. And yeah, that's the plan. Those are 3 maps right there that will all relate to the storyline. And then you add a finale map somehow. Maybe make the opening map a map for this new guy, and you don't use, basically you have to gain the new characters to the DLCs, so the characters change. You start out with him and 3 other random guys. These characters are not permanent characters. They need to make that clear though, that these characters aren't permanent. You need to gain your characters by playing the new maps that are going to come out, and maybe make it so that you can buy a battle pass type of thing for DLCs. So that's what I'd do, just because I'd pack in a bunch of maps in this new game. I think that'd be really sick if they did that. Okay. So that's pretty much all I gotta say. That'd be my storyline idea. That would be... I don't really have an idea for wonder weapons. I'm not really good at coming up with that type of stuff. I'd say bring back iconic weapons for every game though. Like the Brecci. That's a box weapon I always remember in BO3. Bring back the Kuda. I don't know, something like that. There's a wall buy. Okay, never mind. One of those ones got me. So, geez, I'd bring back the hammer, the Galil, Reagan Mark II, a bunch of the wonder weapons from BO2 maybe, like Sliquifier. Bring back the Sliquifier on the Ode to Dire Eyes map, kinda. You know what I'm saying? So, those are my ideas for the maps, and for guns, bring back the good BO1 guns like the Commando, and bring back good BO2 guns like the Hammer and the Galil. Oh, and maybe on a map bring back the Baby Maker. It's only been used once, which kind of sucks. You hate to see it. So that would be my plan for the new Black Ops game. Let me know if you like those ideas, if you're excited for the zombies in it as much as I am. I'm gonna wide scrap double tap. I don't think it increases the damage on this thing at all. I don't know. So still one shots. Okay, but yeah. So let me know what you thought about my ideas. Let me know if you guys have any ideas of your own, and put them in the comments. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and now I gotta get to editing a little bit of it, but most of it's gonna be raw. So see you guys later, and hopefully I'll edit the big video I made, and I can post it finally and start making more videos, but I'm too lazy to edit right now. So when I get around to editing and posting again, you'll see more content like this, that is zombies related. Shit. Well, I'm dead, and I'll see you guys later.